Good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. And welcome to Requiem for London Chronicles the City of Martyrs, Chapter 2. And we begin our scene with a particular kindred. She has just returned and has a day or so to recover from the emotional and physical trauma of her last task to defeat the enlightened. As she dwells in her haven, the humble bookshop of Treadwell's, certain events transgress and events become lively. But we will zoom in on this kindred, on this individual, as she resides in her haven, trying to recover from these past few nights.
Yes, thank you. Maria finds herself again sitting at that beautiful timber desk, that beautiful solid timber desk that's almost comforting to sit at. There's just this great big slab of timber between her and the entire world. Oh, if only that was the case. But alas, no. There's quite a bit going through her head, not just the, as you said, the emotional stuff that is always niggling at the back of her head. Oh God, if only she could just cut that bit out. Just to calculate without emotion, that would be such a boon. Unfortunately, she's still got humanity, even after all the shit that she's done. Maybe it's a blessing, maybe it's a curse. Right now it's feeling like a curse. She's just taking down notes, trying to detail pretty much the what she saw in the med lab, trying to redraw apparatuses, trying to just recreate what it is that she saw. The things that she's designed but was built upon. She's not pissed off that they stole her technology at all. I mean, once you're with the Order, you get used to that shit. And as they say, poor is the pupil that does not surpass the master. So she can't really blame them for it. Shame she didn't actually pick one up by the scruff of the neck for her new apprentice. That would be delightful. Alas, alack. The thoughts are wandering and she just snaps herself back to what she's doing and keeps drawing a diagram, gets a little ruler out on a grid pad and starts again redrawing the apparatuses as much as she could think of, as much as she can.
As you recall, the events, the information, what they were trying to do at the Med Lab, and yes, they were using your research and other Ordo Draco kind of research. And from your previous experience, that you've seen some of the martyr group or the enlightened group burning books, destroying the information. It seems these other hunters, these other martyrs, are using the information, using it to commit experiments, research. The goals of what they were trying to achieve, you're still unsure of, but you are, from your memories, from the things you saw, you are definitely aware that they were trying to extract the kindred vitae, and they were using it for some purpose, and it definitely involves something with the others. The mortals are the hunters there, but he just didn't have enough time, didn't have enough a look to examine it properly.
Luckily, if I play my cards well, I'll have a couple of lifetimes to figure it out.
Of course. But you dwell on this, and as you do, a day goes by. You start to heal the wounds and the damage, and you get into the next evening. And of course, your ghoul is as appreciative, as welcoming. He answers every need, every whim you require of him. But it gets to a certain point in a particular evening where you notice that he's absent. He's not quite there. You ask for him, and he doesn't respond as quickly as he usually does.
as the evening draws on, pretty much I'll have written down, recorded what I can, and then just to put it in scene concretely, before she summons Nigel, she just sort of sit back, flex, crack her knuckles a tiny bit, put the pen down, close the book, and then just sort of stare off into the distance and start thinking about the political structure of the city, and almost catch herself and just go, "What? Why are you plotting? Stop plotting. This isn't you." Little voice inside her goes, "It is you." And she'll shut that away and ask for Nigel to bring her coffee. She rings a little silver bell. And when Nigel doesn't respond, as you say, she'll ring the silver bell again, a bit louder, and then, agitated, because she expects better of her servants, goes to find him.
As you get up and go, and yes, to add, the current political past few nights, the Kafir movement have been loud and present. The actions at the Med Lab, the kindred that they have rescued, have kind of spiraled or snowballed into a massive avalanche of popularity for the Catholics. All kindred in the city are announcing them as the true heroes, the true saviors of London, and of other kindred actions, and of the sheriff of London. Kindred are calling out his name as the protector, the main warrior against the enlightened. It's all mixed between truth and fact and lies, but the Carthians seem very well pleased of themselves, and their ranks have grown massively compared to the other covenants. And as you dwell on this, and as you think upon this, as you walk down the stairs or go towards the area, let's say the sort of kitchen area, it's just sort of behind the main shop, and behind the counter there's this kitchen. And that is where you can sense your servant, your ghoul. You can see him, you can hear his heartbeat. But he seems to be very still, and his heart is beating very slowly for some strange reason. Very slowly, like 1 or 3 beats per 10 to 20 seconds. Very strange. You acknowledge this straight away.
Does this seem suspicious? Well, it does to me, but
you have acute senses plus other dice. So yes, yes, definitely something odd is happening to Nigel. You're not sure.
Are there any other heartbeats present?
No.
Are there any beast auras present?
Nope.
Motherfucker.
Get your flak arm on, quick.
In the words of a great prophet of our time, ain't nobody got time for that.
Anyone got time for that? No, yes, there's no other presence. Something is odd happening. Something odd is happening to Nigel. That's all you can sense.
I shall go into the kitchen and see what has taken so long, even though I have a sneaky suspicion of what is going on.
As you go in, you see Nigel. He's sort of hovering over the sink, and the kettle is kind of boiling in the background. The gas hob has been still left on, and the kettle's kind of boiling away. Steam's kind of emanating out of it, and he's kind of hovering there still, like statue-like. And he has his phone, like let's say a Samsung Galaxy sort of phone, in front of him. But as he stands there like a statue, you see this black webbing that seems to have like formed over him and around him on the lower sort of torso area and upper kind of torso area, and envelops his hand and enveloped the phone itself. And of course, you see before you the black skull, the creature, the entity that seems to have been hounding you these past nights. And it's kind of sat there looking at Nigel, and you see these kind of, you don't see it, but you can see across the skull, across the kind of scalp, the temple, you see like ones and zeros, you see numbers, you see fractions, you see mathematical formulas rolling down its forehead and going into those black eyes, those black pit of eyes that this skull has now. this somewhat simple carved skull, which has now gained this presence, this alien web-like life.
Go to sit at the kitchen table. Maybe start doing a crossword for a moment. Like just look down and go, oh, 5 across, it's that, fills it in, then puts it to one side. What are you doing? Directing at the skull.
The skull kind of like twitches to you for a second. It goes, oh, wait. Hold on a second. I'm just watching this cat video. Oh, that's so cute.
I reach across
Oh.
and pull the Wi-Fi router out of the wall socket.
Oh, as you do that, as the information stops and something goes, the skull will just go, hey, oh, come on. There's no need to be rude like that.
I know there's no need.
Okay, I've been asleep for like 10 years, a decade, 2 decades. I don't know. I just want to keep myself update with the modern trends. God. Oh, these models, they keep spiraling. Wow. What did you say?
You can have the Wi-Fi back once we're finished talking.
Oh, look, it's nice. I get it. I think it's quite charming for one of my pets to kind of, talk to me like this. But
Oh, darling, you'll have to get very used to it.
oh, I'm sure. I am very sure. Ugh. What do you want? You turn the Wi-Fi off. Do you want him back? Do you want to sleep with him, or do you want that other fella back here?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. You got me for a few minutes. Come on. What do you want? My time's precious. I can only be here for so long.
Just sort of waggle the cord of the router in a bit of a thing.
Oh, come on. Just plug it in. I've got that one series on Netflix. I just need to see it. I don't know how it ends. It's driving me crazy.
Okay, the longer you talk about Netflix, the less you're going to see it. Tell me about that finger bone that I picked up.
Ah, finger bone. Oh, what you got
Don't
from
play
the...
stupid.
No. Look, there's a lot of weird shit in this building. Stuff that you don't know, but others may. But the thing you took back from the Shadow Realm, that thing.
Yes, that thing. Thing that makes me very angry every time I touch it.
Oh, you want to know about that thing? You promised me some Netflix.
I pay for it every month, don't I?
You don't pay anything. I've got into this guy's mind. He's the one paying the bills.
And I own him.
And I own you. It's kind of a
the circle goes round.
All right. Just plug in the Wi-Fi. I'll answer 3 questions. I'll give you that.
Plugs the Wi-Fi back in.
It's strange. As soon as you plug it back in, it's like a drug hit. The skull kind of twitches, and the digital kind of information goes down its skull and into its eyes again. It's just absorbing and analyzing. And it's strange because it is a skull, but it does have that look of joy on its face as you do that.
He's adorable. I love him. But again, she'll sort of press and go, can you not watch Netflix while I'm trying to have a conversation with you?
Oh,
finger bone.
I'm an advanced creature being. I've seen galaxies and suns implode and express in ways you can't comprehend. I can watch Netflix and answer a goddamn monkey question.
She'll just sit back as if to say, proceed.
What is it? What do you want? God damn it.
Watch Netflix and answer a monkey question, but apparently not recall what I asked a minute ago. The finger bone.
finger bone? Which one? There's a few of them in this
The
house. The
finger
one
bone
you
that is currently in my second drawer safe upstairs that makes me very angry every time I touch it. That was given to me by my old master, who had procured it, I can only imagine, from the Shadow Realm. Would you like me to be more clear?
now, as soon as you say all that, he stops in for the digital information. His skull tilts. The web sort of it's sort of plastic or artificial, not biological in any sort of means, and it kind of turns the head instantly and goes, ah, oh, that finger bone from the Shadow Realm. Graves got it. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's the only master that I've ever answered to, as far as I can recall.
So he goddamn did it. Oh, that took him nearly half a century to prepare, but he goddamn did it. Oh, the balls of that guy. How
I
many people
cannot
died because
attest
of
to his
that?
balls.
Oh no, you don't understand. You see, I respect Graves. You know, there's a rule. You know, what's the word? Equivalent exchange. If you want to get something, you got to pay a price. And Graves, he was always a good one to make others pay that price. And god damn it, what a bastard! He made others pay it.
She'll just nod and go, yep.
All right, all right. Look. That little piece you got in your desk drawer. Let's just say that's a part of something that was around on your plane of existence a long, long time ago. It was a nasty thing. It was a bad thing. You think I'm a terrible asshole? Believe me, I'm polite compared to my other brothers and sisters. Jesus, he was an asshole. But let's just say once there was a big war, he was evaporated, I think is the best word to use. And that's pretty much the last piece of him left. And even that was banished to the goddamn Shadow Realm. Now that's a place you don't want to lose your change. You'll never find it once you get it goes in there.
So who is this him?
His name's somewhat unpronounceable, but let's just call him Rage. He was a being that was hands on. Well, a bit too hands on, according to our father. Ugh. But you don't know why Graves brought that bone in here, do you?
Something about an angel biting it. I was a bit preoccupied not getting killed. I know that might seem a menial and selfish task to you, but it was a thing for me at the time. So why don't you, and she'll just smirk at the inside joke, why don't you enlighten me?
Look, first question, what is the bone? It's an ancient evil. Blah, blah, blah. Second question, what is it? Come on.
Second question is, what am I supposed to do with it?
Good, good. You're learning. Don't need to know what it is, just need to know what to do with it. Look, let's just say there's a rule, a cardinal rule. The only thing that can kill an angel is an angel. Well, at least a formal one. And you're holding right there a little piece of one. Now, I ain't a doctor. I don't know how you monkeys work nowadays, but if you graft that onto someone, if you put that into someone, a host, something quite durable, ooh, he could summon that little fragment of that asshole. Now, that little fragment that could cause a lot of pain to an angel.
So you're saying that it needs to be grafted into someone on our plane, one of us, a kindred?
It's the rule. Oh God, it takes so long to explain this shit to you. Basically, we can't operate on your plane without a host. We need something to anchor ourselves into your realm, and God, we have powers beyond your imagining, but we have to funnel it through whatever vassal, whatever thing is offered. And at that moment, that little finger bone you got there is just a fucking finger bone. But you implant that into a worthy offering, something that could handle the juju, the juice it pumps through. Ooh, we're talking about something that could level buildings, torture mortals, ruin banks, skin people, burn villages. Sorry, I apologize. I'm getting carried away.
I think I understand. Just pick a bit of lint off the sleeve.
Yeah,
So
just find a worthy host. But the condition of the host after the transportation and after the effects, who knows? It tends to burn one up.
I imagine you know because you know everything. So why don't you continue?
Well, look, I'm just a goddamn skull. I'm not a success story here. I'm fucking sitting on someone's kitchen counter watching Netflix. I wish I knew everything, but I only know so much.
It really depends on your
Third question, darling. Like,
third
I got to
question.
figure out what happens at the end of this expansion TV series. It's driving me crazy.
She's got a look on her face like she knows she knows the cliffhanger at the end of the season, and she's about to spoiler it for him. But then she's
Oh
like,
yeah, don't actually don't, because I've not seen that, so please don't.
But yeah, third question. Ask about the actually, I will ask about the Dark Heart of London. Apparently, what Graves was looking into beforehand. I believe it was under the Shard or something like that. So yeah, the question for you is: tell me more about the Dark Heart of London, how it may be harnessed, what it does.
No, not her. Oh, fucking Selena. Jesus, that woman. Ugh.
Yes, Selena.
All right. Look, it
Mm.
gets complicated. It gets interdimensional. I can only tell you so much, but simply put, to describe it to the way a monkey would understand. Okay, let's just say there's a bomb under London. There's a trap under London. Now, if enough supernatural boogie woogie apocalyptic stuff happens, this thing gets activated. Selena gets activated. And her job is to pop out and fucking wipe out anything that's causing the woogie woogie booby booby supernatural stuff. But to give you a big hint here, once she's done that, she's meant to go back in the ground. She's meant to stay, sleepy and humble like, but she's not done that this time round. Now that's interesting.
Most interesting. No bonus question. What is Selena? I think I know anyway.
That's your third answer. Like, let's just say Selena shouldn't be doing what she's doing right now, but she is. And that raises further questions. But questions I'm not going to answer because, woof, that leads to trouble. You know, I've survived this long because I've kept myself, woof, humble and subtle. I help my pets. I help enlighten them. I help get them out there and know the world. And if they die so quick, that's their fault. It's not me.
She'll just sort of turn away and almost baitily ask, so why aren't you still attached to Graves then?
Oh, Graves. Now, I must admit, that was a cool cat. He knew how to manipulate a situation, and he had abilities that, he pierced through a lot of my bullshit and got me on the run a few times. But he took things too personally, and you know what? He could have been. He could have actually become a useful ally, but nah, he burned himself out. Too many ghosts in the closet.
Seems to be an accumulation. The longer we exist, I have a theory that we're not actually meant for immortality.
Your kind claim themselves immortal, but God.
I know it's bullshit.
Well, look, it was really nice speaking to you, and you know, I do enjoy talking to my pets like this, and it was good speaking to you. But you know, I hope I'll speak to you again. But I'm just gonna look forward to my new, you know, the new pet that I will own. I can only wish you the best, and you know, it's been great fun, Blondie. I've enjoyed our conversations for now and the updates, but I'm probably going to move on. I feel this relationship is, you know, sped out. If you survive next few nights, you know, look me up. You know my number. We'll speak again. But if you do die or get ashed, I will devour your soul. I apologize, but that's just the deal. That's the way it works. I hope you can understand that.
Well, if I get ashed, I don't think I'll have much use of my soul, so you're welcome to it.
Well, look, I'm going to go dormant now and go silent, and whatever happens, look me up. You know, ask me a few more questions.
Yourself back to your room because I don't know where I put that Sherpa blanket.
Oh no, we haven't got time for that. He's nearly here, and I don't want to be here when he gets here. I'm going to keep low and quiet. It's the best way to avoid that all-seeing eye of that goddamn father. Ugh. He always looks at you. Do you realize he looks at you when you're taking a shit and going to the toilet? He looks at that, and I'm talking deep look. That's just weird and creepy. Ugh. But anyway, I'll see you later if you survive. And with that, just the webbing starts to dissipate or evaporate, and everything becomes normal as blinking lights start to go on and off. TV, the lights, the kettle itself goes on and off, and you're just in the scene in the kitchen with your ghoul, and you are just with this skull, a normal skull with these carvings, these images in front of him. And he looks and goes, I apologize, mistress. It seems the skull. I did take him out. He had a stain on him. I was just trying to clean it off. I didn't mean to cause any offense. I know how precious this skull is to you and Graves.
Okay, just put him back and then check all the security. Please.
Check.
Don't dilly-dally. Just go do.
Of course, mistress, of course. And he kind of, you know, picks up the skull and kind of walks off with it and rushes to the back room, to the front room, to the front of the shop, the back of the shop, the top of the shop, and examines all the areas. So reactions and thoughts to your character before something else will happen.
Well, this Selena's been called the angel before, so I'm going to say that's what that is. I was sort of wanting to confirm with the bonus question, but we'll go with that. Finger bone of the nasty thing. I can only imagine it's some sort of a conduit between a plane of existence and our own, that something can come through, like old mate said. I'm going to say that once the body that it's put into has done its thing, it completely crumbles to dust. But I don't... How does one use it? How does one use it? It's infuriating. That bloody skull is infuriating. But more than anything, he said something is coming and what is he talking about? And to quote something that I've read recently in the possible theory of immortality, is that provided you can still be killed, you'll never be immortal. You'll be amortal, which means that you'll probably be the most paranoid person in the entire existence. So that's the level of paranoid right now. It's like, wait, something's coming. Who's coming? Nigel, check the locks. What's going on? Where's my bloody gun?
As you dwell upon this, and as you think, you start to hear sounds and stuff. Now, you are feeling through the blood sympathy. If you give me a roll, and I think this is a resolve and composure roll, and I will add +2 to the roll due to the injury they are affected, because you have relatives out there you're unaware of.
Oh, good. Fuck you, Dave. All right. So
the resolve composure. Actually, you know what? I'm reading it now. Sorry, no, composure plus your blood sympathy. So your composure plus 2.
So composure plus
2. Yeah, it's just to represent how close you are to these.
Composure plus blood sympathy plus 2, or just composure plus 2?
No, sorry. Composure and your blood sympathy in this situation, which is 2. So composure plus 2.
Right. I forgot my hashtag, didn't I?
Actually, while you're there, you could probably make a few other rolls.
Okay. So. Okay, this is blood sympathy coming. What the fuck?
Whoa!
Fuck. Ladies and gentlemen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, for people who are unaware, we have 5 10s, and that's no mistake. That is 5 10s. So you can re-roll that, but I'm going to give you the best sympathy roll ever.
Why can't I ever dominate like that? Fuck.
No, I know, that's amazing. This is 5 10s. 5 10s have just been rolled right now, so I'm going to give you a super automatic success there, because that's beyond dice rolls. So right, this okay, so something amazing, something through the blood will happen to you, which will be very big. If you can just give me another roll to represent something's going to happen. So this would be a composure, the wits and empathy, but minusing 3.
That's only a single dice.
Single dice. It's just you may add willpower or whatever else to it if you wish, but it's a single dice otherwise.
1, 2, 10. I put a space in there, maybe.
Oh my god, it's another 10.
What the fuck?
It explodes. You're rolling. Oh. No, I see what you're rolling, so it's fine. You're just rolling loads of 10s. This is amazing.
Okay.
It does explode. So it's 1 success, so you can re-roll it. Okay, so it's just 1 success. All right, that's fine. Okay, so I'll deal with that later. But yes, so
I'm gonna scream like that. That's one for the wall.
Hold on, I'm going to give you, because it's an exceptional, so you'll gain a super bonus or a bonus, and I'm going to give you an extra bonus because that's a hell of a roll there, and I have to respect that. So you emerge from the kitchen and you go into the Treadwell shop, and you look through the volumes for the books, and you've actually acquired quite a collection now. It's this very fine collection of occult and scientific kind of lore over the supernatural, the human condition, philosophy. You've actually upgraded Treadwell.
Can I get you to repeat that last bit, because you're breaking up a tiny bit?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Apologise if I'm breaking up. You're walking around Treadwell's, and yes, the Treadwell's bookshop is better. Is old Treadwell's was quite clinging to old concepts, but you've introduced many new books, many new occult and scientific kind of studies into the realm of supernatural, and you feel that you've improved upon Treadwell's. But as you look upon this, suddenly pain and agony, and you fall to your knees, and you suddenly gain these visions of kindred, and you see, like in a ballroom, of finery, of artwork, of music, but then you see a stormtrooper, a gas masked figure torching you. This zooms into another figure that's being pierced in the chest by a cross, by this kind of metallic symbol cross. And in doing so, you see this individual carving you in two. It zooms further. You see another individual that's suddenly being in frenzy, cutting and tearing people apart, but then being pounced upon by armored and faceless masked creatures, mortals. They're pouncing upon them relentlessly, and just then suddenly carving and cutting and tearing them apart, giving their lives to do so, blood splashing everywhere. And then you zoom into another figure that's just melting, the skin and bone and ashes just evaporating from them as their very essence is being wiped from this world. And you just see this, again, masked figure just with a sort of a flamethrower, a chemical weapon, pouring this liquid on this individual, splashing them. And through all of this, you feel the ties, you feel the individuals. They are of different covenants. They're all Ventru. They're all of your blood, but they are of Carthian. They are of Circle. They are of the Invictus, but they are all being destroyed. They're all being eliminated and wiped out this night, now. And you not only feel that, you sense it and you recognize it at this moment. And you see a singular face behind, in the background of all of these people that are killed, all these individuals that are killed. A face that is covered in barbed wire, a face that is bleeding blood, a face that is looking at them with a look of hatred that you have never seen before. And to give you an extra bonus, I will +2 your rolls to anything further in the scene to represent that you are now aware, you're on alert, you are you are prepared to cope with this scene. So I'm going to give you an extra +2 dice. For a single roll, I'll allow you to choose.
First of all, what? I've never felt this close to my kind ever before, and it's awful. It's awful. If it can't just be happening to the Vendor, it has to be happening to everyone, surely. What mad fucking genocide is this?
Sorry, just to add, due to your successes, I think it actually adds to outside your clan, other bloodlines. It just, you see multiple kindred of all clans, of all covenants that are being massacred, being destroyed at this very moment.
Oh, good God. I see everything, and everything is awful. There's a small moment where she just wants to go to the window, open the window and look outside like back in the Blitz, but she doesn't need to. It's in here already. It's living, experiencing it. Her beast is almost frenzying just at the thought of this. It's like this call to arms once again. But by the same token, this is just lights and flames of kindred everywhere, of her kind going out. And the fight or flight is just so intense, to the point with every flame going out, and feeling the strength of some of these kindred just extinguishing like nothing. Kindred that she would never even dream to be in a room with, let alone to die so easily. It gives you a sense of your own mortality, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, says one part of her, but it's happening. You're seeing it, you're feeling it. This cannot be an illusion. Can this be an illusion? I hope it's not I hope it's an illusion. I hope this is an illusion. But by the same token, are you going to risk your own self by going out there and finding out? No, not right now. And that paranoia comes back into it again, and she almost retreats past the traps and the safeguards put in place at Treadwell's. And yeah, for lack of a better term, she's going to her panic room.
As you at the moment, you're kind of just at the front of the shop. You're kind of just collecting yourself, and I have to give it as a plus and a reward and a negative. It's so overwhelming. It's the feeling of brothers and sisters, and not even your own clan, kin. The blood itself is being destroyed, being wiped from existence. This, as if even your presence in your own haven is being pushed against, being forced out of London, forced out kind of a pulse that's kind of eliminating you. And even as you look, your skin is kind of liquefying and drying and sort of becoming evaporating. And you do your best. Your kindred curse, of course, tries to counter this and conquer it, but something is pushing against you. And as you're kind of in the shop, and as you kind of, I've got to get up, I've got to move. Suddenly, you look up and you just hear the bell ring, the door open and slide shut, and the sound of the bell, the Treadwell's bell, ring as a new customer has entered the shop.
I told Nigel to check the reinforcements. I didn't say leave the front door open, that fool.
Of course, whatever door, whatever thing was there has been unwoven, opened, crushed. No, actually, this is very subtle. The door just simply opens. And before you see this individual, and he seems so calm, so collective, and he just simply walks to a chair near the end of the shop. And he just sits in this chair. And as he sits, suddenly you feel this more of a wave, more of a pressure against you. And I'll describe what this pressure does. But as he walks in, he is just half naked. He's just wearing his trousers. And along his torso, along his chest and his head is barbed wire that he is just mangled into his skin, into his forehead, into his cheeks. And he wears this necklace with a silver sort of cross amongst it. And he sort of walks in with this shotgun and a tankard of gasoline or petrol, and just sits in this chair opposite you and breathes very slowly and just looks at you very slowly. But you can't sense him. You can't feel him. There is no heartbeat. There is no pulse. There is no essence. There's nothing of your beast that wants from this individual. And your beast is screaming to run away. And as even you sense this person, you suffer your bane. So your bane, whatever it is bashing damage, 10 minus your humanity.
6 bashing, righto.
So 6 bashing instantly as you gaze upon this person. And it's the feeling of your victims, the people you've killed, the people you've injured are just scattered on your skin, on your face, on your torso. It's an itch that you cannot get rid of. And you feel yourself in this person's mere presence being pushed away, being extinguished.
And can I quietly and back away?
As you move, as you get up, you realize, because you rolled successfully on your empathy roll earlier, you realize this person is being polite. He is sat there at the other end of the shop as a polite courtesy. He knows how much damage he will do to you if he comes closer. You realize that he's actually quite calm considering the situation. And as he sat there, there's a moment you realize he doesn't want to hurt you or harm you yet.
All right.
At least.
So let's say that with the hands still on the armrests of the armchair, she's half gotten up and then realizes this and then sits back down, in a way acknowledging, I know what you've done to my people, and I know that I'm nothing to you, so I may as well face whatever is going to happen without running, because that's not what my kind do. That's not what I do. But she'll just sit down opposite and just, again, fold her hands quite calmly and just simply say, so now what?
What's your favorite color?
I like green.
I
like my garden when I could still see it. My eyes used to be green. I like green.
Green's a good answer. I like green as well. Green is life. Green is health. It's a good color. I'm the mistake. I'm the martyr that should not have been. They call me Martyr Ralph. But that's not true. It's not true. I'm kind. I'm blessed.
So just lean in, not intrigued, but sort of just like, okay, we're talking, which means I'm not dying, so let's keep this going. This is good.
I'm here to redeem you, to help you. And it starts like poking at scratch marks and bite marks all over his torso and his face, and just go, I'm sorry, I wanted to be here, and I had a suit originally. I had a suit on, but the others, they tore it, they made it messy. I didn't want that, but I had to do it.
Why did you have to do it?
I'm here. Oh, I'm the last. You see, I'm the last martyr. I was locked away. The others, they didn't think I was worthy. They thought Selena made a mistake blessing me. But they're dead now. And I'm free.
What's your name?
I can't remember. Wrath.
No, that's not your real name.
No.
That's okay. I don't remember my name
not,
either.
It's not, but that's what I am now. That's what she called me. Wrath. Please, don't run away. Don't escape. We have surrounded you. My brothers, my sisters, they are everywhere. We know you, and we are hunting the others, and we know where they are now as well, and they will burn. They will burn. Yes.
Just looks off into a corner, and the realization of what's going on again just amplifies, almost like a heartbeat, with every beat amplifying. And she just looks again to this person, this creature in a way, and goes, I'd offer apologies for what we are, but none of us really had a choice in the matter. Just trying to exist.
Yeah, I understand. The others didn't like me. They locked me up for a long time. They couldn't get rid of me. They couldn't kill me. They wanted to help you. The truth, martyr of truth. Yes, he wanted to convert you, but he failed. The martyr of silence. She was like me. She wanted to kill you, but she was too forceful. She is in the shadow realm now. I hope she returns soon. But the martyr of mercy, he wanted to help you. He wanted to cure your kind, your sin. No, you murdered him. You destroyed him.
She'll
They
give
all
a
thought
sad smile.
I was cursed. They all thought I was crazy. Now they're all dead, and I'm left.
And she'll just give a smile and go, Wrath, can you ever go back to just wearing a suit?
Mm-hmm.
Can you forget this? When it's over, when you've killed us.
Yeah, I wear a suit every time I wear, and then suddenly he gets up and just screams out, "It gets bloody! It gets messy!" And he just literally lifts like the column, a bookshelf, and just throws it out of the building and tears half the building aside, and more blood sort of spatters, and as this blood spatters, it sizzles the ground, and your beast is instantly telling you, stay away from this blood, stay the hell away from him, and every part of him, every bleed, every droplet.
She'll repeat the question, can you ever go back? Once we're gone, can you heal yourself?
I accept her. I accept Selena. She has shown me I am a monster. I am a horrid monster. I have done awful things, but once I have done them, once I've achieved them, oh, this world will be so much better for it. Once you and your kind are gone, this world will be beautiful. I will never see this world, but I accept that. And he says this and starts cutting himself with the shotgun that he's got with him. He just sort of grazes it across his chest, and blood starts to pour from the wound. And you can see this ecstasy, you can see this joy emanating from his face. You, oh, you have something. Give it to me. I've seen it. The eye, the watchful eye, it's above us. It sees all. It knows all. And Selena has given me this vision. She has shown me this eye. This eye looks to you. It looks to that bone you have. Third drawer. Locked. Give it to me, and I will spare you for now.
You don't have to do this.
It's too late for that. The martyrs, they kept me in check. I listened to them. Selena blessed them, and so I listened. They're gone now. I am all that is left. Wrath, pain, oh, make you all suffer.
Is that all you are, though?
Give me the bone.
Give me your name.
Justice is my name. Pain is my name. Fire. And with this, he holds up the gasoline canister and starts to shake it and whirl it around, and it spills around the shop.
Give me the name of the man who liked the color green.
Give me the bone. I will answer.
I know you do. And so we have a standoff.
There is no standoff.
Oh, there is.
This is fire. This is pain. I will live through this. Will you? And he will just literally start pouring gasoline, petrol around your shop. And he'll even go behind you or near you and just start pouring away and not give a care or mention, and smiling at you as he does this.
And so we must entertain lunatics once more. I'll get up, walk through the gasoline, slow as you please, to my study. Is he following?
No, he's in the bottom shop and he is completely crazy. He's just mumbling to himself or walking around. He's having conversations with people that aren't there. Or actually, at one point or two, he stops and becomes quite intellectual and starts reading one of the books and actually quotes it, and he sort of speaks for a sort of a farewell to arms or a sort of war and peace, and he quotes a sort of war justifies man, but man is non-existent in concept. And it goes on like that. It's irrational. There is no person here. It's just madness.
Dare I take a peek into his mind? Dare I? As I walk past, making it quite obvious that I'm going to go retrieve the thing, I'll simply stop, look at him, and just go, if you wanted to kill me, you would have done so already. I think you just wanted some conversation. But let me get what it is that you crave, if all you have reduced yourself to is a beast.
He starts to kind of go a bit teary and starts to cry, actually, as you say that, and goes, oh God. Will you be my confessor? Will you be my priest, please?
She just looks at him and probably says the most shattering thing that she can. and just go, you don't need a priest to forgive you. You need to forgive yourself.
Oh, she. Oh. So, do you have the piece on you, or you're carrying?
I'm about to go retrieve it. I'm leaving the guy with his guilt.
He sat there with his guilt, and at one point he actually kneels and starts crying down the steps or at the bottom of the steps as you go off to retrieve the piece. You have met a few of the martyrs before, and they've always been quite determined, but this individual is just erratic, insane, chaotic, and you have no concept of what's going on.
Oh dear. I'll go retrieve the item, even though it's going to make me angry again. I'll come back downstairs, fending off my beast a wee bit more, and just stand in the doorway. I'm not sitting down anymore. There's actually like a twitching going on, like the pre-frenzy twitch going on, and she'll just simply say, you know that this war never ends, no matter who the leaders are, no matter how many decades this goes on. Unless we can find a truce, we're just going to keep killing each other.
I'm here to retrieve this. I'm here to destroy this. You have it. You have it. Oh, the peace.
Why do you serve her when she did this to you? Why? Why do you serve her?
To build a better world.
What better world? A world of people like yourselves. Look at what you're doing. This is genocide by any measure.
I build a world I will never see. I am a monster. I am a horrid creature of evil. I know this, but I do what I do to build something that will be better. That will be more than I will ever see. Can you say the same?
I can. I have a vision for this world, not one that destroys it, but one that embellishes it. You have no idea the things that you are destroying. The knowledge of the ages can be harnessed for so much more. It can be harnessed for so much more. They say, it's a Greek proverb, that the world needs men that plant seeds of trees that they will never sit beneath. Well, what if those men that plant the seeds of the trees they will never sit, whose shade they will never sit beneath, live to cure that tree's ill, to trim it when it needs to be done, to right it after a storm? That is what my kind should do. And they're blinded. Complete truth. She fucking hates Kindred. They're blinded by their goddamn greed. So if you want this and you want to wipe us out, then go for it. But you're destroying the earth. You're destroying a tool. If only it was wielded properly. And she'll actually slam the finger bone down on the table. And you can almost see that there's a rage that just comes off her, and she's still shaking from the effects of it. I don't want to see this world destroyed, but if this is what it takes, just sits back from the table.
As you slam the finger bone down, and he looks upon it, and he's analyzing your words, and just simply goes, "You've not seen the great eye. You've not seen the great cogs in the sky. Look up. See see the trick it's doing to us, see true what it is trying to make us. The machine. It is lie and truth at the same time. I try to understand it. I try to delve into it, and all I can see is its eye, the great eye. It's in me. I can't stop it. And Celine gave a moment of brief serenity. Oh, she made me human. No, yes. Am I? Wait. This, and he literally reaches over to touch the bone as if to grasp it away, as if to pull it away. And as he grabs it, suddenly his fingers start to dissolve. His fingers start to go agony and pain and misery. And he starts just scream, going, ah, whoa, foul, trickery, heresy, witch, burn it all. And with that, this loud movement of others outside of the treadwells and inside, and we will go into combat as this individual who is very, very endorsed by what you were saying, but then suddenly the instincts, the beast, the machine in him calls out, and we will go to that. So this will be initiative. So if you can give me a composure, dexterity, plus a d10.
Here we go.
So to represent this, there'll be some combat rolls, and then certain events will happen afterwards.
So that's... I'll pop it in the chat. 1 second.
So the initiative should be okay. I'll roll for this individual.
So it's composure plus dexterity plus the d10, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, composure plus dexterity plus a d10.
All right, so that gives me a 10. It's in chat.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine here. Okay, 1d10. That's 2. Yes, you go first. So this individual just is angry. He's going to lash out. He's going to do something. Your individual is still in the shop. What does she do? What do you do?
I know what the stupid me wants to do. I'm trying to figure out what my character would do. If I sacrifice an action to dodge, can I still get a word in?
Yes, you may use your turn to dodge whatever action is going to happen to you, and I'm happy to say yes. You may, hit a few more words or have enough time to speak a sentence or two to the individual attacking you.
Probably the stupidest idea. Get up, back up, get enough room to dodge, and then just simply again, while this martyr's still looking at me, sort of, I'll grab the finger. No, I won't grab it. He obviously can't touch it. Just simply say, if you're talking about God, why are we, my kind, allowed to exist at all? Sort of just back into it. Well, if he's all-knowing, all-powerful.
Right, he's still going to attack you on that basis.
That's fine. I'm building. I can only do one sentence at a time.
Your dodge roll is your defense times 2. So if you can roll that, so it's your defense plus 2, or times 2, sorry, and then roll that. And for every success, minus 1 success he has.
Hang on, I need to just, before I tell a lie, I need to check what my defense truly is. So I think it's 2.
If it's a lie, if you're trying to manipulate, add minus to the roll.
No. I'm just thinking before I roll. No, my defense is 3. Before I lie on the roll. That's what I meant. Okay, so it's 1 success.
So one success. So I'll roll his dice pool. So you've tried to dodge, and his dice pool is. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'll just look it up really quickly. Not of the hunter. No, that's the wrong one. So his power is. That's hold on. That's it. The location. No, Master off. Okay. So 4 and 4. So, his dice pool is 8. So he's going to lash out, and he is going to try to. He's going to shoot you. He's going to shoot you with a shotgun. So this is a 4 plus 4, so that is 8, and then we'll get automatic successes later. 8, 10. So Jesus 1, Christ. 2, 10s. You've only got the one success. He does hit you, unfortunately. And we'll repeat 2d10 because he's got 2 successes there. Or actually, 9s count as successes because he's got a shotgun. So that is a 3 success dice roll there. Another success. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So as you kind of try to dodge and speak to him, or try to analyze him, like, please, are you doing what you're doing? But he just looks to you in this blank, mad, crazy stare, and points the shotgun at you and hits you. And he hits you with 1, 2. Actually, what is your defense at the moment? It's minus
3.
He's minus 3. So it'd be 1, 2, 3,
4.
Let's halve it. Sorry, I should have minus the dice roll. So I'll halve that and say it's 2 bashing damage as he fires the gun at you.
Still got 2 resilience, by the way.
Yes, you may spend a blood point if you wish to activate your resilience to ignore the damage, but it may be something just to heal it.
So are you waiting for me to do something?
No, sorry. It's you may spend. It's caused 2 bashing damage to you right now from that shotgun blast, point blank shotgun blast.
It takes an action for me to activate resilience from memory. So
no. Resilience is a reflective action. You may spend whatever blood points per turn as a reflective action. So you may do that at any point in the story.
No, if it's just 2 bashing, we'll be right.
Yeah, that's fine. So you just take that. So he shoots this shotgun blast, and it just hits you as you kind of dive into the kitchen or into the stairwell, wherever area in Treadwell you wish to go to. And at this point, we'll have another turn, which you will go first if you wish, and he will happen. But then others will be involved in the turn after this. So you have another turn at the moment. So you're still in the Treadwell.
I bail.
Bail. Okay. In which direction? What way are you going?
So long as I have the finger bone.
Sorry. In which way are you going? Underground? Are you going the kitchen exit or the front door?
Provided that we can make sure that and say in scene that I have that finger bone, because I'm not leaving that.
Oh no, that's fine. No. He's actually had difficulty trying to grasp it, and he's actually injured himself trying to get it. So yes, you may get it or grasp it, or it's in your possession. And now what do you do? What are you trying? How are you trying to escape is what I'm asking.
Because it would be hilarious and it could end up being really boss or really stupid, I'm going up the stairs.
Right, as you go up the stairs and you go along the spiral staircase, another shotgun blast emanates through the shop. And as you go up, you will bump into, of course, your ghoul, Jeffrey. He will look to you and go, "Is everything okay? What's happening? What shall I do?"
Oh God.
This is a quick sentence or moment you have to describe. Yeah, it's an emergency situation. You're being fired at right now.
God, I like Nigel. I don't just give him a pat on the back turns into a push on the back. Run.
Okay, he'll just follow you. He'll join you and follow you and start to run. And we'll do another initiative. So you try to escape the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you could give me a dexterity and let's say athletics to represent you trying to flee. I'm going to assume you're going to jump out of the window, or you're going to try
Oh
to.
yes. I'm
Yeah, all
gonna
right.
see if I can do the whole freaking underworld bump out the window.
Yeah, fair
Can
enough.
I
Okay.
bump some blood into my dex?
Yes, you may. One blood
Right.
point for every blood potency you have. You may spend one blood point, and each blood point adds 2 to your dexterity roll.
So that's, hang on, mathsing.
So for every blood point you spend, I think for your blood pool you may spend 3 blood
Yes.
points,
Yeah,
and for every one you spend adds 2 to your physical attributes. So
is that all right, yeah, let's fucking do it.
so 1 blood point would add 2 to your dexterity, as an
Yeah.
example.
Dire times. Well, no, well, you've given me that +2, so I'll use that up on this one. I only spent the 1 blood. And then
I think I'm happy to give you the extra bonus because of your blood sympathy roll, and to the extent you realise that you want to escape. So I'm going to give you an extra +2 to this dice roll to represent
okay.
your exceptional success that you got earlier.
I'm just re-rolling that 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Oh wow! I think one
fail.
exploded there. Yeah, that's fine. It's 4 successes. Another success.
No, that was a 1. Didn't do
No,
it.
no, it exploded. Oh, sorry, you rolled
I rolled
the
better.
plus
I rolled
that.
better.
Okay, and that's including the +2 bonus that I'm going to give you because of the exceptional
Yes.
success you got earlier. Okay, all right, just trying to confirm. That's pretty high, so I might give you that anyway. So, yes, you basically this crazed individual starts like speaking to himself and starts speaking in tongues almost, and becomes crazed and starts shooting and blasting. And actually, as you jump out of the shop and jump out of the front shop window, you take your ghoul with you, who is also carrying another item or object with him. And you both kind of land and roll in front in a way of like, oh, we've escaped, we've got out of the situation. The sun is starting to rise now. The evening is coming to an end. The morning period is emerging. And as you emerge and as you roll out, you are surrounded by hunters. You are surrounded by police, by hunters, and they are armed with harpoons, crossbows, other mechanical devices, and they're all staring at you. And that morning kind of glow is kind of just reaching over the buildings, and they're starting to kind of, you can feel the sun rising, you can feel it starting to appear upon your skin, upon your flesh. What is your reaction? What do you do?
God's sakes. So I obviously didn't look out of the window before I jumped out of it.
They sent the crazies in first, and the sane ones are still out there waiting.
Oh God, I hate that I have to do this. Could I? Freaking normal frenzy won't do it, will it? In this moment, I have to ask myself, am I willing to sacrifice everything just to get away? It means reneging Possibly, potentially, I'll just be fucking dead. But am I willing to sacrifice what I wanted for so long just to simply have a chance against these bastards? This can't go on. This cannot go on. Not for the martyrs, not for the kindred. Somebody needs to take a decisive action. Can I take that finger bone, jam it into myself, and bond with it?
Ooh. For roleplay purposes, I'm going to allow that as an automatic, but there will be consequences. Just to warn you, as ST, your storyteller. Okay. Yes, you describe away. It's a large finger bone. Describe what you do. What you're presented. The sun is about to emerge through the buildings above you. You are surrounded by about at least 10 to 20 sort of heavily armed or flat police officers. The hunter, the crazed creature, is looking outside the window above you, at you as you are on the street. Your ghoul is beside you with the skull or the individual you've asked or told to protect. And yes, you're presented with this finger bone. Now, what do you do? Describe away. And please go crazy with your metaphors or illustrations.
I imagine there's that one moment of silence, the calm before the storm, before the guns open up and the gunfire begins, and the droning, the ethereal roar of the sun, the bane of all of our existence rises. And the beast within me is crying out, it's chanting, it's murderous roar. The human part of me is still screaming like a child in a cage, saying, you don't know, you don't have to do this, you still need to find out who you are, you still need to find out everything, you have so much more to give, to learn, to do. Don't give up like this. But then there's that other part, the darker part, that just simply has had enough. There's just enough. Enough is enough. And this is no longer about just an individual. I'll pat Nigel on the shoulder and say, when you see a chance, take it and run. Run, Nigel. You're free. You'll find someone else. And presenting this finger bone almost in the sense of, this is what you've made me do to the hunters. So I'm going to have to forgo my heart and my soul because of what you have made me do. And if that martyr can't come near it, then this is my one chance of escape. And she'll take it and she'll jam it into her chest and then activate full frenzy and let the beast do as it will to get away. And to paint the town motherfucking red.
As you do this, as you jam that bone, it's not even that. You have to literally rip your own finger off your front left-hand finger. You have to rip it off and place this bone and shove it into your essence, your being, your very physical presence in this realm, the mortal realm. And as this happens, suddenly the bone gets bigger, starts to expand, starts to get larger, envelops you. You see, you feel your bones crack and dwindle and sort of emerge, and sort of everything becomes more fragile, more capable. And as you do this, suddenly your hands stretch out, the fingers stretch out, and you are now presented with the situation of they are nothing for you. They are meaningless before you. And at this point, all you see are visions of bodies being torn apart, heads being ripped open, flesh being summoned, police cars exploding, being ripped apart like tissue paper. And even with the martyr, the creature that exudes a power over you, even amongst him, you tear, you rip, you scuff, and you cause pain and misery. And through this frenzy, through this emotion, through this power, oh, you have not felt such exhilaration, such power, such a sense of purpose. Yes, we are you, you are us. This is our being. This is the way the world works. Survival. We are power. And with this, we settle to the morning. Not a morning, an evening. And a moon lit glow. You stare, you see your hands, you see your feet, your physical presence, but you are surrounded by blood. Chunks of meat, flesh. And before you, you see the head, torso of your servant with a look of horror and terror in his eyes. And in the background, you realize the heat behind you as you see Treadwell's, the bookshop of the Auto Dracoon, of one Dietrich Graves set aflame, burning, ablaze in the distance, the past being removed, and a new future before us. We thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed the scene.